The African Israelite Justice Foundation is not your usual legal practice. You see, we focus primarily on cases involving injustice against African Israelite groups or injustice against individuals because he or she identifies as an African Israelite or an Israelite of African descent. In other words, we are not a general legal practice. Instead, we specialize on African Israelite cases. And also, family, please keep in mind, we are a brand new organization, not affiliated with any existing organizations. However, it is our hope to establish connections with all African Israelite groups and people here in the States and around the world. Family, we need to hear your stories of injustice so that we can begin to record, investigate, and identify the enemies of Israel hiding behind the veil, and then ultimately hold them accountable in a court of law. And as stated before, we are a brand new organization with limited funds, and we are in the process of expanding our resources to further enhance our legal team who will litigate our cases. And if you would like to join this historic cause, please share this message all over social media. Spread this message of IsraeliteJustice.org worldwide. And get this message from Kyrie to Kanye, from Whoopi Goldberg to Nick Cannon. And also share your stories of injustice or donate to the cause. And if you so choose to, you can remain anonymous and let us do all the work. After all, that's what the Israelite Justice Foundation is here for. We are here to fight for your right to be Israel. As always, thank you in advance. We appreciate you and love you, Israel. Take care, family. Shalom.
Shalom, shalom, family. Shalom, shalom, family. What's going on with you? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's going on with y'all? I hope all is well with the family. Again, my apologies for having to do the reschedule like I did. I had full intentions. I'm sorry, someone was playing in the background on my phone, but I had full intentions to do the live last time, a couple of days ago, but I got pulled, like I said, into a debate. to judge. So, which now they're appealing because they don't like my judgment, which is fine. So it's never ending. I don't think I'm gonna judge any more debates. It's draining. I'm just joking, but it is. It's draining. Saints, what's going on, family? What's going on? I hope all is well in your world, because in my world, it has no choice but to be all is well. So, y'all, I guess I want to come out here because I, I was talking about this here recently about what's going on. Let me find my video, but all the stuff that's going on with these wars and how these wars are impacting how people view things and respond to things. I want to play this one video, and it has quite a bit of cussing in it. I'm trying to see, did I still have it? Did I send it to somebody? And it had quite a bit of cussing in it. That's why I don't think I shared it. Let me see if I share. If it's a lot of cussing, I'm going to ignore it. Let me see. Let me see. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to see, did I grab it? I think I grabbed the video. I hope I did. Bear with me, family. Let's see. Let's see. We got a lot of things to talk about. Quite a few things to talk about. One being what's going on over in Israel and how Black people are responding to what's going on. One thing I do notice about Black people is I think we've hit that brick wall. We've hit the brick wall as a majority of just going with the flow, just for the sake of just making it day to day. We damned if we do, damned if we don't. That's the best way I can put it. So it's like now we're hitting a point where it's just Black folks just they're gonna speak their minds, and it's just a point. Now with that, you see, both sides standing on whatever side they want to stand on. Y'all moving a little slower than planned today. I'm trying to get my thoughts together. I was really planning to do this at 10, but I want to go to bed. I do not want to be up all night because I got to get up bright and early in the morning. Um, 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 let me see. Y'all, as y'all know, I'm looking at videos, so I'm trying to find my video. Okay, hold on. I found one of them I want to show. I had my videos together, but the thing is with TikTok is real weird. Hold on. All right. Hold on. Okay, so hold on. I'm trying to find my other video. Hold on. What's up, y'all? Y'all talk to each other. While I do this. It was a couple of them. Oh, where is the one? I could have sworn I sent this to Angie. I'm mad because I usually send let me see. I just started following this person too. Hold on, y'all. Bear with me. I gotta learn TikTok. My daughter knows TikTok well. Let me see. Following. I just started following this person. I can't find them. Followers. No, following. Hold on. I'm mad because I lost the video. I'm not following that many people on TikTok, so it shouldn't be that hard to find her videos. Hold on. And her videos have some, because y'all talk with each other. Everybody talks amongst each other until I find my video. Hold on. I'm mad because I thought I grabbed her video. Y'all pray for me. Pray for my mind, honey. I've been tired. Ooh, I think I didn't follow her back. Shoot. Nope, I was not gonna cuss just in case for Saints say I cussed. Let me see. I lost her video, y'all. I am a doof. I am a doof. Hold on. I need to put my glasses on while I'm looking for this video. Bear with me. Bear with me. Hold on. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Hold on. I can't find it. I'm a goofball. Well, I got videos for y'all. Okay, so let's get it started. Let's get it started. Since I can't find my video and I thought I sent it to Angie or my daughter, I usually send videos to either or when I'm playing, when I want to remember to play something. Really, a lot of cases, it's my daughter. So where's my daughter? Where's my glasses? Okay. There's one video I want to play for y'all. Talk amongst each other, family, while I look for this. Here we go. Hold on. Hold on. Keep it going, y'all. Keep it going. Keep it going. Hold on. Y'all, I'm sorry. Usually I have all my videos together. Do not go anywhere. Hold on. Okay, here we go. Here go one of them. All right. So when I spoke of decolonization, now I'm 100% back. I'm tired, y'all. When I spoke of decolonization, I'm thinking about what the masses think. When you look at the indigenous people, when you look at the people that have been colonized, they're turning around and saying no more. And with that being said, if you find them doing situations like not being in some type of brainwash or mind control and thinking whatever the media gives them, that's it. But with that being said, people are not. People are asking questions. And that's what the world doesn't want you to do. They don't want you to ask questions, or they don't want you to figure out, what's truly going on. Pull the curtain back. Wizard of Oz is this big old gigantic face, but they don't want you to pull the curtain back and see the little man behind the face that's really pulling the strings. They don't want you to see that. Bronx, New York. I got my Bed-Stuy Brooklyn t-shirt on, so don't do that. I'm just joking. But they don't want you to pull behind that curtain and see truly who the Oz is. Behind the leader, who is the Oz? Who is the individual that's pulling the strings behind all these leaders? There's always somebody's behind them pulling the strings. So what's going on now is people are coming out of the colonized mindset and asking, I want to see behind the curtain who's really pulling the strings. And you see situations where the media is pulling the strings and telling you things, and we're saying, it's something a little bit deeper. Y'all not telling us the whole story. You're not giving us the big picture. So we finna ask questions. So what they do is, when you ask these type of questions, they want to label you as something, as being discriminatory, or you're discriminating against people, or you're being biased, or you're being sensitive when you're bringing up slavery, or you're being anti-Semitic, or you're being this, or you're being that, when you're just simply asking questions. What's wrong with asking questions? Anybody knows me, I love to ask questions because I really want to know what you think. Why do you do this? I don't want to surface hear what you're saying. I don't want to hear what you're saying to the surface. I don't want to hear you. I want to know why you're saying what you're saying. I'm going to ask those questions that'll make you feel uncomfortable. Reason being is, I don't know how to deal with you if I ask the correct questions. If you say you're my friend, I'm going to ask you, what is the definition of a friend? What do you consider? How do you treat your friends? Why did you call me your friend? So you can't ask questions. Just accept face value. But then if you ask questions, you're being a troublemaker. Now they're doing the new thing of terrorists. So these people that are fighting whatever the side they want to fight on, oh, they're terrorists. You know, all of a sudden, BLM, who they was behind 110%, because they do not agree with what's going on right now, they're considered to be terrorists. We got to watch them. So now all of a sudden you got a situation in New York where you got police all over the place because people are standing behind, they're asking these questions. They're not agreeing. BLM is not agreeing with everything. Now I'm not a BLM person. I have my moments with them, but yet it's still Black Lives Matter is asking key questions that everybody wants to know. But what's interesting is they've been doing all this push of terrorist acts. Let's protect all these places. Let's go and protect the synagogues. When just here recently, this happened. Hold on. This just happened here recently. Well, they won't talk about this. They mentioned about it, but they keep skipping them. Hold on. Where's my little no thank you? All right, let me share my screen. Now I want to talk about this. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about what's really going on.
Knife attack in Will County, leaving a 6-year-old. And we begin with the horrific knife attack in Will County, leaving a 6-year-old dead.
Police are now calling it a hate crime, and it's being condemned by the White House. Fox 32's Nate Rogers is live in Plainfield tonight. Nate?
Yeah, that's right, Dane and Nellie. Truly a tough story to report on tonight. Relatives tell us that the mother and son have only lived in this home for about 2 years or so. No issues at all with the landlord whatsoever, they tell us, the landlord being the suspect in this case. We're told by relatives and neighbors that the landlord would even buy the kid toys from time to time. A warning to our viewers, the details ahead are indeed disturbing.
He knocked on the door and that he attempted to choke her and said, "You Muslims must die."
71-year-old Joseph Shuba now facing first-degree murder, attempted first-degree murder, and 2 counts of hate crime charges.
She texted this information to the father.
Police say Shuba stabbed a 32-year-old Palestinian mother more than a dozen times. She ran into a bathroom to call for help, came out and found her 6-year-old son, Wadea Alfayume, wounded beyond belief.
This young boy was stabbed 26 times. The 12-inch knife was still in his body when he was taken for an autopsy.
The heinous attack happened at this home along Lincoln Highway in unincorporated Plainfield Saturday morning. Neighbors described Cuba as patriotic, but also a junk collector. They let us borrow this ladder so we can see overhead into the yard so we wouldn't trespass into the property. You see what appears to be several marijuana plants. They say he was an avid weed smoker. Also, the tree house that police say the suspect built for the victim. No warning signs. You've never had any bad interactions with your neighbor?
No, with Joe, no.
Cuba's neighbor didn't want her face shown, but described him as friendly, one who'd help out with projects around the house. The neighbor unfortunately witnessed police carrying the bloodied 6-year-old outside.
It's really hard to watch this because the police tried to rescue the boy, they rushed so much.
At a press conference today, Muslim leaders stood with the grieving father. Wadea's birthday had just passed. He loved soccer and basketball. The father saying in Arabic, gratitude to God in any situation.
This was directly connected to the dehumanizing of Palestinians that has been allowed over the last week.
The Muslim leaders tonight calling for ceasefire, also fairness and balance. We're told the mother remains in serious condition in the hospital. Also, there is a prayer service and burial scheduled for the 6-year-old taking place on tomorrow. In Will County, I'm Nate Rogers, Fox 32 Chicago.
Thank you, Nate. In a statement tonight, President Biden says he was shocked and sickened by the murder, adding This horrific act of hate has no place in America and stands against our fundamental values.
Governor J.B. Pritzker releasing a statement today saying, in part, to take a 6-year-old child's life in the name of bigotry is nothing short of evil. He went on to say every single Illinoisan, including our Muslim, Jewish, and Palestinian neighbors, deserves to live free from the threat of such evil.
And the Anti-Defamation League saying we're disgusted and horrified that a boy was murdered and his mother severely injured, allegedly because they're Muslim. We express our condolences to the Muslim community and categorically reject all anti-Muslim hate.
You know his name. He's a pioneer in the fashion industry.
So y'all remember when I said, what you say is one thing, but what you do is another thing. Everybody now is like, oh, we shouldn't have. But yet and still, they're the machine that's pulling the strings. You remember when I said that? Wizard of Oz, pulling the strings. The wizard that everybody sees is saying one thing, but the man behind the wizard is the one that's actually pulling the strings. You can tell me all day long that we feel bad for what's done, but when we look at media, what is media doing? Media is pushing the propaganda pushing the propaganda, fear mongering, and don't realize that when they do that, they're putting other people in danger. Going back to the BLM, with what's going on with the BLM. Now, all of a sudden, BLM is the problem. BLM. And it's not the name itself that they're concerned about. Guess who the name is about? It's based on Black Lives Matter. So it goes back into the concept of Black people. So the media is pushing all this stuff, and you're demonizing different groups to push your agenda. So the demonization of people just saying, I don't agree with something, it leads to things like this. It leads to individuals being hurt because you're moving in the same way that the Communist Party moved during the, I think it was World War II. If you speak against anything that they're doing, you're deemed as something. They've gone as far as saying we don't want another 9/11 attack. We've been living 9/11 attacks our whole life, living in this country, if you know what I mean. Always been scrutinized for everything that we do, hung on trees. So, but what's your thoughts, family? I'm going to drop the link. Everybody have some act right. But the ultimate goal is to demonize us. So let's go to, but back to decolonization. That's all that's really going on is people are in a state of just not going with the status quo anymore. And they're asking questions. And you have these indigenous countries and people that are actually standing behind everything, standing behind the Palestinians. And I like I say, I choose no sides. But I'm just looking at what's going on around me right now. So let me see, pull my other video up. One propaganda that the Native Americans were people that needed our help. They were a savage people. Propaganda. And America came over and said, we're here to help you. But in turn, what were they? Savages themselves. Bio warfare, putting smallpox in the blankets. And you wiped out a lot of the Native Americans. But yet and still, they celebrate Thanksgiving like, guess what we did? A great thing. And they killed a whole group of people. The indigenous people here. Man, not to mention, Black people don't know God. They don't know Jesus. We gonna give them our faith. They are savages. They need to be tamed. They taught in the history books that we were living in huts, climbing out of trees like we were monkeys. They just made propaganda to justify your wrongdoing. So they snatched us out and said we're civilizing them, giving them civilization, and they were the savages. They were the savages. They were the ones snatching us and putting 1,000 of us on a boat. On a boat, a bunch of us on a boat. And packing us in there like we were cattle. Bringing us over here, raping the women, raping the men, probably raping some of the children, killing the children, creating sex farms, chopping hands and feet off. They was to cut a woman, black woman pregnant, a pregnant woman's stomach open, and then stomp the baby to death. Who is the savage? Who is the savage? You label us as savages. You label the indigenous people as savages. Every single country you go to, you say that you want to help them and teach them and ultimately colonizing them to think like you. You will be better if you think like us. You will be better. You'll be able to know how to do this. If you think like us, you will be civilized if you think like us. And really, it was the savages coming after. They were the savages. I look at history. One of the things, the worst things they could have done in history, they said the most heinous act in history that surpasses everything that was done is the transatlantic slave trade. The level of savagery goes beyond anything that has ever happened. So what they do is the colonizer says they are savages and they need us to help them because they're lost. They don't have any culture. You need a charger? This one right here. Oh, is that mine? Yeah, you can use that. Or either just get it. I don't know which one is yours, but just grab any. It doesn't matter. It's behind the couch. It's one behind. Yeah, I know. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. I was talking Madison, but they want to label us as just we civilizing you. Come on now. But what's going on now is the wool is off of everybody's eyes, and we're saying, wait a minute. We wasn't the savages. Thanksgiving, we're celebrating a massacre of a people and taking their land. Wow. We're trying to hide in the history books of the slave trade because we don't want to do, critical race theory. You can't hide your history anymore. But with that, decolonization is when we come out of the mindset of the colonizer and see them for who they are. Savages. Hey, Camp 2 player.
Greetings.
Greetings.
So, greetings. Hold on a minute. I have to turn it off on my other phone. How is everybody in the chat? I do apologize. I didn't greet everyone, but I just have a chip on my shoulder right now. I just need to get it off.
Okay.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I don't know. I can't say sleepy. It is 4:29 a.m. in the morning. I was trying to go to prayer with Stephen Darby Ministry, and I set my clock wrong. So I'm still up, but I just happened to check my notifications, and I saw you, and I said, well, let me go on, and I heard the conversation. But I want you all to know, stoking a fire.
You're breaking up.
And they can stoke and poke all they want to. They can say things. Oh, I said they can stoke and the fire all day.
Yeah, you're still breaking up. All right, we're gonna give Cam Two Player a few more minutes. Let me get some water.
We're in a place, trouble sides are so big, but I can't. Am I breaking up?
Yes.
Oh, well, I don't know what what the function is and what's wrong. But maybe if this will help, maybe I'll go out and come back in. But I don't want you all to fret. I see and I hear. And the Lord don't want us to fret about anything. Don't fret about jobs. Don't fret about money. Don't fret about food. He's going to take care of us. That's a promise. And they can stoke as many fires as they want to. They want a reaction from us. It was horrible that a 6-year-old had to die. But how many 6-year-olds in our neighborhoods, how many adults in our neighborhood have they slaughtered? And it's yet not a crime. It's okay. It's like we're like hunted, captured by the game. But now the tide has turned. So don't you all worry about that man. And what I call them here when I see them, I don't say it out loud, is a mazunga. That mazunga is desperately wicked. Desperately wicked. So there's some things that's getting ready to happen for them, especially the police officers, and especially for those that been treacherously wrong and those that are given diplomatic immunity. There's a lot that's going to change, for them also. And whatever you do, keep the faith. Fret not thyself of evildoers or those that seem to prosper in their ways, because soon the promise is that they will be cut down as the green grass, as the herb, and wither and die. And we have another promise that the Lord hates the wicked daily, every day. So they're in a derision and he's laughing. He's laughing at them. And we have to understand that he is on our side, but we have to know how to pray for all circumstances. It's okay to talk, but sometimes we need to go into battle and, and pray against some things. The wickedness in high places, the powers that be. We can tear that kingdom down. We can tear it down. We don't have to be afraid and not live in fear. But the signs and wonders are in the atmosphere. And we are to pray when we see some things. And this war that's going on, pray about it. Lord, stop the war. It's not time. They're trying to usher in their God, but not so. We can pray, Lord, stop the fighting. Stop the irrationality of this man. Sit him down. I pray against Bill Gates, and I know what he's up next. I pray against them all. They're up next. I pray against the alphabet syndrome, which works for the government and really not employed by the government. The alphabets, the F, B, and the sure enough eyeball. I pray against those things right like that. So we have to get together as a body. We have to collaborate and not just talk about what they're doing. I could care less what these clowns are doing. Yes, Father, forgive me. I call them clowns. It's a circus. But can you all hear me?
Yes, ma'am. I hear you loud and clear.
Oh, okay. I was wondering, but I don't want anybody in the chat. I don't want anybody to ever fret. Do you know the power that we have? Being electrical beings? Do you not know if you gaze at the sun, and they would tell us, don't look at the sun, it'll blind you? No, it won't. I gaze at the sun. You get power and you get strength. But they keep the sun blocked there. But we have to talk to God. We have to put it in the atmosphere and let him know what we want. I don't want no justice with them. They can never be equal with us. They can never be on the same plane with us because we know who we are, and they're upset that we didn't stay asleep. And it reminds me of The Wiz, that last scene with Eveline. Don't bring me no bad news. And she got flushed away on her throne. But when the sprinkles come on, did you see how they came out of their old suit?
Yeah,
We're
that's my
housed in
favorite.
the same suit. We're housed. Go and look at that thing. Barry Gordy knew, and it was a message to us. I received it then. And I looked it up recently just to look at that. So I'm like, Evelyn, don't bring me no bad news about what these Mazungas are doing. I'm not, don't be afraid of them. They just somebody housed in a animated suit. Just look at them as they were created to do what they're doing. Now they're wicked. They're evil. They have no shame. They know who they are, but they don't appreciate the fact that we know who we are. The Zionists got next. They're going to start dropping. They're going to start dropping like flies. Their churches are going to be closed too. The Zionists that's over there in the Middle East, next to the Middle West, the Middle North, and the Middle South, they all have a day in court. Pray for the day of, pray for that day that the courts will get them. We don't have to. I was talking to the Most High. I said, I don't even know how to pray. I'm not praying for America. I'm not praying for America. We pray against the principalities and rulers in dark places and high places, the powers that be. We pray that the Lord, until he gets ready to come, replace it. I pray against that colored boy that was what was he, the 45th, the 48th, 9th, 10th, whatever president he was. I pray for that Negro. Fix it, Lord. Set him down, shut him up. Shut them all up. I know it's how you pray, what you pray, and then don't talk about it. I won't say that, Lord. Thank you. Just keep that business to yourself. But there is a tribunal now that's going on. And very few people know about the tribunal that's going on against them. They think they've won, but they haven't. America is in deep trouble with the Most High. So is this continent is in trouble with the Most High because of the different gods that they yet serve. They in trouble. I understand the assignment, why I'm here, to let my light shine, let them see a difference. Even though I don't speak Swahili, they understand me. They can't understand because I speak so fast. I said, well, the Mazungas gave us a definition of how we speak. They say we speak Ebonics. I'm ebonically correct on the continent. I'm not changing. I'm not. Not for them. They can say what they want to say about us, but long as we know who we are, long as we know we belong to the Most High, he's long suffering. He has suffered with us, 400 years? He could have wiped us out and called it a day. But the long suffering, and we have to be just like him. We have suffered long. We have struggled long. We take a licking and keep on ticking. They can't understand. We could take a bread and make a syrup sandwich and be satisfied and put some music on and go on about our business. And the struggle is so not that real to us. But the minute their funds is touched, they commit suicide. They take out a whole family. The difference is who raised us, who taught us. I left church a long time ago, mentally and physically. But before I left, I saw a lot of things. I saw hurtful things. I saw proudful things. And so now that I left America, there's some wickedness that's coming for America. I saw the darkness, and it is most certainly there from the Gulf Coast all the way up to Canada is what I saw. I saw submarines. I saw ships. I wrote it down and I dated it. It's been several years now, and I dated it. And I'm watching these things happen. I'm not surprised about what's going on, but they shall surely die. Not by our hands. They have to meet with the judge, the Most High, the judge that's on, and it's not on anybody's payroll. So you be encouraged. Don't take everything that you see, at your heart. Don't get so caught up with the narrative and how they bring things to you. We honestly don't know if that is actually going on over there in the middle somewhere. We don't know that. But they have to have the false narrative to get the sympathy for those people over there that don't belong there. They get no sympathy from me. The only sympathy that they get from me is the fact that they don't know the true and living God. Their God is not our God. I have no mercy. I have no pity for them, people. Now, the Orthodox is a little different, and they have a beef with them Zionists that's over there now. They know who they are. They know who they are. They know they were converted in. We were not the ones that was grafted in or regrafted in. We have always been Judah. They were grafted in, and they know this. So with that being said, I'm going to go and let everybody else have words to say. I won't take up the time, but I will be praying. It's time to war. It's time to put on our feathers and war. It's time to get our war dance on. It's time to pray as never before. It's time to repent. Those that are in the chat that's still joking and smoking and midnight creeping and tipping and still cussing, it is time to stop and get a grip on your life. I'm old enough to be everybody's mama that's down in the chat except for Mr. Andrus. I'm everybody. I could be everybody's mother, heading toward the third. Well, this would be my third. Would be my third. I'm 75. Why don't you just cut to the chase and say it? Coming up, 3/4 of a century. I've seen some things and know some things. Go way back. Been seeing things since I was 7. Been having dreams all my life. Been seeing faces. But I want you all to be. I'm not in a particular, and I'm in a safe space with the Lord. He said he'll hide you in his presence, but you got to want him. You got to have him. You got to pant for him. You got to let him know how much you love him. I need him more than my necessary food, and to learn obedience and to learn respect and to do what he say do in the 5th book of Ecclesiastes. He said, don't be rash with your mouth. The preacher said he made a decision not to be rash with his mouth before the Most High, because he is a God in heaven and we're here on earth. So we have to choose to let our words be few. We have to let our feet be placed and not hasty to run off and do this and to do that. We have to respect God as if he's standing beside us. He bows down to hear us. His angels document everything that we say. Everything that we do is being recorded. I have a day that I have to stand before him and give an account of my words, my thoughts, my deeds, my side eyes, my days that I call the men a mazunga. That just means YT. But you all pray for me as I pray for you all. I'm going to continue to pray. But Sister E, when you get a chance, if you have to go back to Memphis, get out of New York. Because New York has a date. I don't know what day it is, but it's going down for New York. I digress. Can I go?
You can.
Or do you want me to stay?
You're welcome to stay. You're welcome to stay. You don't have to leave. You don't have to leave.
Okay. Well,
Uh-huh.
Okay, well, Malaka is waiting, and I don't want to take over her time also.
All right. Welcome, Malaka.
Welcome. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Let me just say, ah, Elder, Cam 2 player, you got me over here in tears. Okay, so let me just say
Oh,
it's such an honor to be on this panel with you tonight. Your zeal has been received, your words of correction has been received. And I just want to say thank you. Thank you for being you. And thank you for speaking your piece because that was nothing but the word of the Most High coming through you. And I thank you for that.
oh,
Hallelujah. So
mm.
peace and blessings to everybody in the chat. Thank you so much for allowing me on up in your building, Sister E. And I won't be on long. I just really wanted to I want to requote these words from this song because it is so very it's so very relevant and prevalent to right now. Y'all gonna know who this song is by. I don't want to get her channel flagged by even saying his name because it's like that with him. You know what I mean? So listen, it says, don't worry what people say. We know the truth. Enough is enough of this garbage. Skinhead, deadhead, everybody gone bad. Situation, aggravation. Everybody allegation. In the suit, on the news. Everybody dog food. Bang, bang, shot dead. Everybody's gone mad. Beat me, hate me. You can never break me. Will me, thrill me. You can never kill me. Jew me, sue me. Everybody do me. Kick me, kike me. Don't you black or white me. Tell me what has become of my life. I have a wife and 2 children who love me. I am a victim of police brutality. Now I'm tired of being the victim of hate. You're raping me of my pride. Oh, for God's sake, I look to heaven to fulfill its prophecy. Set me free. Skinhead, deadhead, everybody gone bad. Tribulation, speculation, everybody allegation. In the suit, on the news, everybody dog food. Black man, black male, throw a brother in jail. Come on now. All I want to say is they don't really care about us. Tell me what's become of my rights. I am invisible because you ignore me. Your proclamation promised me free liberty. Now I'm tired of being the victim of shame. They're throwing me in a class with a bad name. I can't believe this is the land from which I came. You know, I really don't hate to say the government don't want to see. But Roosevelt was lying. He wouldn't let this be. No, no. Skinhead, deadhead, everybody gone bad. Situation, speculation. Everybody, litigation. Beat me, bash me. You can never trash me. Hit me, kick me. You can never get me. All I really want to say is they don't really care about us. It is time for us to stop fighting everybody else's fight, Yasharal. These things going on ain't our business. And yes, my heart was sad for that little 6-year-old boy. Okay, my heart is sad for any child who has to bear the sins of their fathers. But we have to band together and be about us and be about our people. Yahushua HaMashiach, what he said. He said, I have come but for the lost house of Yasharal. We heart bleed over everybody and everything who is heart bleeding over us. So just like Mother Cam 2 player said, we have to be watching our walk, watching our step. Yeah, it's wonderful that we can all come together on YouTube and get in the chats and pump our fists. We the people. How are we behaving? Are we behaving in a way that the Most High would look from the Shamayim and say, those are my babies right there? Or is it just like Mother said? Are we still cussing and fussing and creeping and doing all kinds of debauchery? It's time for us to hold ourselves to a certain standard and literally live righteously. Arguing over feast days and pronunciation of words, what's your heart posture? We can easily say this is our time. We ready to go home. He ain't bringing no raggediness back to our home. He's not tolerating it. I heard Apostle Curtis say, there seems to be a way that is right by man, but it ain't right with the Most High. We got to really get it together, y'all. I could say until I'm blue in the face, I want to go home. I want to go home. How are we looking to the Father? He's not taking us home one by one. He said he's going to gather us from all four corners of the earth. That means we're going together collectively. So we need to hold each other accountable to righteous living and stop living on that old saying, oh, ain't nobody perfect. We are striving to be. Stop allowing the nonsense to be a part of your lives and then just think that because you have the gift of repentance, it's going to be okay. Hold yourselves to a higher standard. Yasharal. That's all I wanted to say, Sister E. Thank you.
Thank you for those words. Thank you. Um, and I enjoy everything that everybody has said. It's been a blessing, and where we're going. But what I love so much about what's going on right now is Abba Father has promised to take care of us in the midst of this. I've really been going before the Father about what's going on, the state of the nations and how, and I'm not really worried about that. That's neither here nor there for me. What is our what do you say, Father? Abba, Yah, what do you say in the midst of this? And the key thing, and I said this morning in our morning prayer, and we all were saying this in the morning prayer, that Abba Yah is gonna do what Abba Yah is gonna do. He's gonna do what he said. This is his hand moving. Everything we see in the land, all over the world, it's his hand. But in the midst of it, the biggest thing he's dropped in my spirit was, beloved, know what you're praying for, because people are gonna be praying for, don't let this happen, don't let this happen, don't let this happen. And the Father Yah said these things are going to happen. This is his word. These are the things that he has to do. But in the midst of it, Father, keep us in the midst of this. Let none of us lack. Let us still keep going. Yah's hand is going to move, but his hand is going to even more show, because in the midst of it, there's going to be a people that will be able to sustain. And people are going to say, who are these people? I praise the Most High for what he has been dealing with us on. I praise the Most High where we are now. I really do. The reason I praise it because we really finna see the Most High work now. You really getting ready to see him work. You're going to really see his hand. You're going to see how things around you going to collapse, but you're going to be able to keep going, and you're going to be like, this is by the grace of Yah that I am able to sustain. I am able to make it. I am able to see the light of day. Father Yah is an awesome and amazing Yah. I'm not really, this season and time we're in, this is a blessed time. This is a blessed time. And I'm going to look at it as it being, yes, we are going to see things that are going to scare us at our core. And I'm not saying that because we're going to see something. But he said, wait, I say. Wait on him and be of good courage. You got to wait on him. Wait on him. He is the one that's going to be the keeper of our needs. He is the one that's going to sustain us. He's going to be the one that keeps us in the midst of whatever's going on around us. But he said, you got to look to me. Look to the hills for which cometh my help, because all my help come from who? Yah. So I got to keep looking at him and not get concerned. He said, watch as well as pray, though. Watch as well as pray. While we're praying, watching. When we're looking and seeing what's going on. But while stuff going on, we still got to look to him and say, Abiyah, let thy will be done. And stand and wait on him. I'm in that place now. Let thy will be done on this earth. Whatever you do, Father, Yah, this is your divine will. From one end of the country to the other end of the country. Wrath is going to go through here like we ain't never seen it before. We're going to see some wrath that's going to scare us. And we got to be understanding that we are human. And the Father, Yah, knows that we're human. As long as we don't sin in our fear. But we're going to see things and we're going to be like, Father, Yah, what is this? And if your ear is not turned to hear him, you're going to make a bad move. You're going to make a bad move. You got to always make sure your ear is turned to him, where you can hear him clearly in the season that we're going to go in and we're in now. Because his voice is going to be the only thing that'll give us direction in this time. No man, no news, no pastor, no moray, no nothing. You're going to have your ear turned to him and say, Father, Yah, what do you say in this time? And that's where I am right now. Yes, he's going to tear it up and turn it inside out. And he's doing it now. We're in the brinks of war. You got Israel and Palestine. You got Ukraine and Russia. They ain't forgot about that. We got all these countries at war right now. We are about to walk into World War III right now. The war that we ain't never seen before. This war is going to be worse than any war any generation has ever seen. This is going to be the war of wars. But in the midst of it, we gotta have our ear turned to him. Because nothing happens unless he okays it. Nothing happens unless he says, let it happen. This is his wrath. This ain't Hasatan. Hasatan ain't got no power. This is his wrath on the land. He's allowing them to argue amongst each other and fight amongst each other because this is how he works. He's letting all this happen. That's why I'm not worried nor am I concerned. My ears just turn to him. Where I'm afraid is if I don't hear him. That's the biggest fear I got. Where I can't hear his voice anymore. That's the biggest fear I got. I can't hear your voice. I got to hear your voice. I'm lost. I have to hear you, Father. People don't understand the extent of what that means. The biggest fear to have is not being able to hear Abba Yah. And let him minister and tell you where to go and what to do as it aligns with his word. So fear not, fret not. Like Cam 2 Player said. Fear not, fret not of what you see. Don't be afraid. What are the patience of the saints? Those who keep my commandments and have faith in Yeshua HaMashiach. But it's coming. Decolonization is here. Decolonization is here. The colonizer will make you think that, if we don't operate the way we've normally been operating, all is coming to an end. Well, so be it. Because a kingdom has to be destroyed when he comes. He's going to destroy an entire kingdom to build his kingdom. You got to understand that these people don't want to see his kingdom. They play like they want to see his kingdom. They really don't want to see his kingdom. Because when he comes and reigns and rules, they don't want to see him. They fight against that. Some of these pastors Don't want to see him come because they don't. All these people that say Jesus don't really mean Jesus, or say Yeshua really don't believe in Yeshua. They do not want to see him come. They don't want him being the king. They don't want him to be king. They really don't want him to be king. But he is going to be king. He is going to rule. He is going to rule on earth. He is going to be here. He is going to rule over the nations. They don't want that to happen. As much as they play like they want, no, they don't. That's the end of the age of decolonization. That's going to be the age of decolonization. That's what I look at it like. We are no longer bound by the colonizer. He's going to break all of it apart to build his kingdom. They don't want to see his kingdom come. They don't want to see his kingdom. I'm not afraid of his kingdom coming. My fear, like I said, is if I'm outside of his will. This is where we have to have wisdom in this time and function in his will and know that he is Abiyah. So we're in that season now, family, and I have such a peace. Such a peace. This peace sometimes it kind of throws me off to have this much peace in the midst of all this stuff that's going on right now. Because we are in the midst. I'm talking about smack dab. We've been talking about this for years, y'all, and we are here now. We're here now. We here now. Now he's saying, we here. We here. Talking about judgment, here. His wrath is being poured out right now as we speak. And the crazy thing is, I just got a feeling things are only going to get worse for them, for the wicked, because the wicked is going to be fighting against him. And he has to judge it. He has to judge it. He has to judge it. He has to deal with the wicked that mistreated him and his people. Got to. And that's where we are with this. That's where we are with this. It's just, let's look at some of these. Look. Hold on. Let me see. You got this war. We can't even forget about Ukraine. People must not forget that it's something going on in Ukraine right now. Our attention is so turned on what's going on with Israel. We ain't paying attention to what's going on with Russia. These nations are getting ready to war. Have y'all heard that things are getting so bad right now for them? Look at this. Have y'all heard that they talking about drafting women? Have y'all heard about that? Hold on, let me find it. Hold on, I'm looking for it. I was actually watching it last night, and I was like, wow. So they talked about bringing the draft back. Where is it? That's so interesting that YouTube has so many sensories now. The censorship now, so much censorship, you can't find some of the stuff. Hold on. But have y'all heard about that? Things are so bad right now. They're talking about bringing back the draft. War is coming. War is coming, but I'm at peace with it. I was listening to Maria about a couple weeks ago, and she was talking about some of the stuff that a lot of us have noticed: becoming darkness, becoming judgment, the nations fighting amongst each other. It's too many people saying it right now. Too many people saying it. No, start dropping it in a lot of people's spirits. But during this time, you have to understand that he has to break down this. People don't understand that he got to break it down. He got to tear it down in order to build it back up. He has to. Hold on, let me get me something. I'm a little congested. Hold on. I'm back. But you're going to start seeing people aligning with different groups. You're going to start seeing a multitude of different groups aligning. I know this one ain't a hype one, y'all, but hold on. Where is it? Okay. Hold on. Hold on. I'm trying not to listen to the whole thing. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna look for the video in the article and I'll bring it to y'all. YouTube is just that censored right now. But it's coming. But that's a part of the process of decolonization. This is going to be a shift. Like I said, World War III is going to be a war that no one has ever seen before. This is going to be the war of wars. The war of wars. We're getting ready to see it. And that's so interesting. I never thought in my life that I would see. But I always knew. I'm going to be honest. I always had a feeling this was going to get here, even as a small child. So being here is not too shocking, but it's keeping me alert and making sure that I pray. So, but I think that's it, family. That's all I really got. I don't really have a lot today. One, I'm kind of under the weather, as you can hear. My nose is starting to just, and it's only because this weather is changing. So, anybody got anything else they want to bring? If not, family, I will see y'all later this week. But what I will say in this, stay before y'all in this season. Fret not. Fret not. And pay attention to your surroundings. I will say that much. Don't get caught up in the propaganda and the hype. Don't allow yourself to get caught. Stay in the secret place of the Most High. Stay in that secret place with him so you can continually hear him. Family, much love. Y'all bless. I love y'all. And I'll see y'all later on this week. All right. Good night.